This is the Star Wars The Last Jedi, the Black Series, Old Man Luke Skywalker, and Rey in Jedi training outfit. These figures are part of the first wave of the 6-inch Black Series figures for The Last Jedi movie figures or movie toys. Now, a lot of people have already done reviews on these figures, so you probably have an idea of what you're getting here and there. So this review is going to be mostly a commentary on how these figures are, and at the end of the review, hopefully, it will help you decide whether it's a go or a no-go to purchase these figures. So I have them here with Anakin, Darth Vader, Old Man Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Yoda, Master Yoda, because I'm secretly hoping that we'll get some cameos of these guys, Ewan McGregor, the Yoda CGI, and maybe Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader. I don't know. I'm just desperately hoping we get more of these guys just to give the old fans like, whoa, they're all connected and all that, and somehow Rey would be related to Obi-Wan, or she's related to Luke, or I don't know, she's related to Kylo or whatever. I don't know. I am speculating, but I am hoping that we'd get to see this. So this is me wishful thinking. And at the same time, that's a bit of a size comparison for you. Very, very good scale. They scale nicely with these guys. Now, let me get rid of these figures for now. Show you these figures in detail. Very, very nice looking figures. I'm absolutely pleased with the way Hasbro's been going with these Black Series figures. Before we begin, as always, have a quick look at the packaging. Here, oh, wrong packaging. Here you go. Standard Black Series box packaging. They are number 46 and 44 respectively, and you get a nice monochrome bio and some artwork right there. Okay. Now, if you're wondering, are these the same figures we got for San Diego Comic Convention? Yup, they are, and you got to give it to Hasbro for being genius with this. You're paying double for the box, actually 50% more for the San Diego Comic Convention packaging, and as you can see, absolutely the same figure. This one, Rey, yep, didn't change anything, same accessories, same all that. Oh, by now you probably figured out that this lightsaber does not belong to Luke. This Luke Skywalker figure does not have any accessories except his cloak. Just get him out of his Jedi training. This obviously is, if you're a big Black Series collector, is obviously from this Luke Skywalker figure, which okay, he's gotten a little bit shorter as with age. The figure is actually much shorter than the younger version. Well, with age, your bones shrink or whatever. So, okay, this is the lightsaber that came with this Luke. Obviously, I'm not trying to bamboozle anybody. It would be just really amazing if this Luke had his original green lightsaber. And I don't know, in the movie, I'd be kind of disappointed if he did not have a green lightsaber with him, or if he does start sporting a red lightsaber. Oh man, a little bit disappointed with that. So yeah. Okay, so he comes only with this cloak that has these bits of string, which I thought was very lame, that you can tie it so that it doesn't fall off, but if you're going to display it and not play with it, I think just hanging the cloak like that would be fine. They could have easily fixed that. They could have put a wire right here so that you'd be able to pose the cloak that way, but Hasbro was a little bit too lazy, probably thinking about cutting costs and all that, but that's fine. You can easily tie it up, but I don't want to do it because I'd get that in a knot and it'd be impossible to remove it, and I'm pretty okay with the cloak just hanging on to that. Okay, he comes with the soft PVC material for the lower garb, sculpted on tunic on top for the top part of his torso. His hand is that cybernetic hand. Give you a close-up look on that. And it's pretty good. It's sculpted nicely. I just wish they wasn't all black. There was some bits of gray or silver on that. That would have been nice. He kept his belt. Looks like the same belt, but brown. And look at this. He even has that hook for a lightsaber, which I think, you know, if you ask me, they should have given him like a hilt or an unignited lightsaber or something. Just throw a bone to these fans that just give Luke his old, you know, set gear or something like that. Yeah, there we go. Oh, does it hang nicely? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, not bad, not bad. Pretty cool. Okay, enough of that. Detail of the figure, absolutely wonderful, wonderful. There is nothing to complain about this figure in terms of detail. They sculpted it very, very nicely. They made him less chubby. I knew Mark Hamill has a little bit of a tummy already, but they kept it nicely. Articulation for the figure is probably my only comment. The sculpt, articulation is okay, but it's probably the sculpt which I should be complaining about. The tunic is just hindering the arms from doing a double-fisted lightsaber hold, or yeah, look at that. That's probably my biggest complaint about the figure, but it is not a deal breaker, nothing to complain about. Paint apps, they did a wonderful, wonderful job. Just make sure if you are getting this Luke Skywalker, make sure you get one that has the eyes painted squarely, no imperfections right there. The beard is on nicely as well. That's probably the only thing you should be looking out for. The hair is painted nicely, eyebrows and all that. Oh, eyebrows, yeah, make sure they're squarely painted. I've seen a couple of figures that had the beard either too gray or too brown or too whatever, or under gray or something like that. Other than that, great, great figure. Okay, let's put his Jedi cloak back on. He looked much bigger during The Force Awakens, like heftier, beefier, you know, like he's got some fat on it. On to Rey, and I thought this was a much better looking Rey, in my opinion. It's not the same figure that we got from Force Awakens, definitely not. She's got a new outfit on. I'm not going to show you that figure, everybody knows about that. She's got the lightsaber, and this time the lightsaber, compared to that other one we got, is a little bit more on the purple side, and well, I'm okay with it. I wish they would kept the blue blade, but I guess to differentiate it, they've made it more purple. That's fine. Even the Black Series Force Effects lightsabers, I think the blue blade is much darker than the Bespin Luke Skywalker lightsaber. So, is this figure worth it? Definitely, definitely. And it is a wonderfully sculpted figure. She looks much prettier with this figure, and I like it. I like it a lot. You get a soft goods for the tunic. You get a blaster pistol that she can hold, I think, better with this hand. Yep, that Han Solo gave her. Very nice looking pistol. Look at that. Kept in the holster, and this hand looks like a claw with that thumb, but she can hold the lightsaber on it. Very, very nice. And she still has her staff. She can put right here. Very nice. I'm just wondering if she stayed on that island for such a long time. I guess she packed some clothes, some Jedi training clothes with her. I don't know. Or, yeah, because she was wearing those khaki shorts during the last scene of The Force Awakens. And now she's got some khaki pants and a different set of boots. And she did keep her shoulder, her arm wraps. And these, they look very similar to what she was wearing back then before she got that jacket. She came in the island with that jacket. So I don't know if Luke gave her this, or they both used the Force to weave Jedi uniforms. But either way, I hope the way they suspend disbelief for fans will be done nicely. Articulation for the figure is much, much improved. You get that 110-degree bend, 120-degree bend, despite being a ball hinge elbow. The wrists got that ball hinge articulation, very, very nice. This one goes in and out, this one goes up and down. Ball hinge shoulders, ball joint upper torso, ball hinge ball jointed neck that's on a hinge. Great articulation all throughout. And the biggest improvement with these figures for most Black Series figures, I think, are the knee joints. And both knee joints are much more stable, in my opinion. And that's probably has to do with the sculpt of the knee, the sculpt of the thigh, and that leg. And you don't get that weak knee syndrome with these figures for some reason. I don't know, maybe we'll find out in the next 2 or 3 years if they start bending, much like what we've gotten with the past Black Series figures, especially for female figures like not Hera, like Ahsoka or Sabine. The legs just bend over time, and this one, I think that will be avoided because of the way the joint has been sculpted. There's a little bit of excess plastic just to keep the joint stable from bending. So, all in all, I thought these figures were absolutely fantastic. If you haven't gotten your San Diego Comic Convention figures yet, this is actually not a bad figures to get because they're exactly the same figures. And you're just really getting the packaging with that San Diego Comic Convention exclusive. And for me, who likes to buy doubles of figures of characters that I absolutely love, I'm most likely, or already am, going to be displaying these regular release figures, and I will be just keeping these guys mint in box because they're so cool in the boxes. So there you go, folks. Both figures are going to get a 10 out of 10 for me, despite having some complaints or minor comments about them. They're big improvements of the previous Black Series figures we've seen. I do love them, and I hope you can find them. I'm sure they're easy to find on retail because the Series 1 has been distributed very widely. If you're here in Manila and you still can't find them, go check out some of the Toy Kingdom stores that might still have them, because I hear this month most Toys R Us and Toy Kingdom, the local importer is preparing for Wave 2 for them. So yeah, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed this little video review. This has been the Star Wars The Black Series 6-inch scale from the Last Jedi movie line of figures, Rey in Jedi training, and Luke as the Jedi Master, Luke Skywalker, Old Man Luke. Thanks for watching.